Ramdas was the guru of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Ramdas had many disciples. Ambadas was one of them. He would gladly do all that his teacher asked him to do. He was always very eager to serve his teacher. The other disciples considered Ambadas to be a fool and they made fun of him. But Ambadas was not bothered. He was engrossed in the service of his teacher. One day, Ramdas was going out somewhere with his disciples. On their way, they came across a well. There was a huge neem tree near the well. One of the branches of the tree hung exactly over the well. Ramdas and his disciples decided to take some rest, so they sat down under the neem tree. After some time, Ramdas said to his disciples, "Who will chop off that branch hanging over the well?" Ramdas looked at one of the disciples. Giving him a saw, he said, "Climb the tree and chop the branch off from the trunk with this saw." The disciple said, "But Guruji, I do not know how to climb a tree." Then Ramdas asked another disciple to chop off the branch. The disciple said, "I do not know how to use a saw, but I can chop off the branch with an axe." Ramdas asked yet another disciple to do the job. The disciple said, "If I chop the branch off from the trunk, I will fall into the well." Thus, not a single disciple was ready to cut the branch off the neem tree. They were afraid that they might get hurt or might lose their lives. At last, Ramdas called Ambadas and said, "Will you chop off the branch?" Without a moment's hesitation, Ambadas took the saw and climbed the tree. As asked by Ramdas, he began to chop the branch off from the trunk. All the other disciples laughed at his folly, but Ambadas ignored them and continued to chop off the branch. As soon as the branch was chopped off from the trunk of the tree, it fell into the well along with Ambadas. Now the disciples were frightened, but Ramdas was unperturbed. He said, "There is no need to worry about Ambadas. He is safe and sound. He has faith in me, and no harm will come to him." After some time, Ambadas climbed out of the well. He bowed to Ramdas and said, "Guruji, do not worry. I'm safe. I'm not hurt." Ramdas told his disciples, "Do you see this young man? All of you think that he is a fool and you make fun of him, but he has so much faith in the words of his teacher." The disciples were ashamed of themselves and realized their mistake.